Okay, awesome. So welcome to Peppertyping 101, and this is our second session, and it's been a while, so we are pretty excited about it. This time we are going to focus more on Twitter as a whole and how you can grow your Twitter, skyrocket your Twitter game using Peppertype. Let's get right into it. Let's not waste any more of our time. So we'll be covering a lot of things here. Starting with what is Peppertype, I'm sure there are some new people who must not know about what Peppertype actually is. Some might be from the Facebook group, so you already know what it is. And so we'll still give a general intro of the product, as well as then get started with explaining to you how you can get started with Twitter, as well as growing your Twitter to 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 followers. Pranav, would you like to take up this slide? You're the master.
Yeah, I think a lot of folks who have joined us for the first time. Peppertype.ai, it's an AI-powered content generation tool. So, Yash, if you can just move to the next slide.
Sure.
So, as you can see, yeah. So, Peppertype.ai, it's an AI-powered content generation tool that helps you create quality content within seconds. Now, all you should be really concerned with is that it's an AI-powered quality content within seconds, right? That's just two goals for us, that we want to provide you with high quality content, and we want to do it very, very fast. So yeah, you can expect it to be in seconds, and it's going to be really high quality. So yeah.
Awesome. So let's get right into it. When we talk about Twitter, it is the platform where people want to grow right now, since Instagram is all saturated, and Twitter is where you can be really yourself. And it's so easy to create content in a way that you can just type out your thoughts on Twitter directly, and you don't have to always click pictures or shoot videos to grow your profile on Twitter. So that's one major advantage over there. And so here's how we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started with how you can build your profile in the first place, which is right from signing up on Twitter, which is free, and then using a high quality image to get started in the first place. So building your profile is the number one step. You'll have a good profile image and a good cover image that is also relevant to your audience, and as well as it explains what you do and why you are on Twitter. Followed by that, we'll write a crisp and engaging bio. You can use Peppertype itself to write an engaging bio, and your bio should obviously state what you do and why you are on Twitter and what you can tweet about. A lot of people mention what they want to tweet about in their bio itself. So the followers or people who come across the profile are pretty clear that what they are getting into. And there's always a pro to linking your website. So we have an example here. Soya has mentioned BlackMagic.so as a link. So you can always redirect traffic from your Twitter profile on your website. Lastly, you can pin the most relevant tweet or your top performing tweet. So that gives a gist to people. The pinned tweet can be an introduction of yourself or your top performing tweet. So people know that you're capable of hitting something that is viral, and it will provide value to them. And with that, I would also like to showcase this really cool tool called BlackMagic.so. You must have, if you already use Twitter, and just in the chat, can everyone please already tell me if they use Twitter or not, so that we can get some idea.
Yeah, everyone, let's see who all are the Twitter Nazis here.
Yeah.
And let's see how we can add value to them, how we can add value to your account in the coming times. And I'm pretty sure, all the content that we tell you today, all the strategies, all the tips and tricks that we tell you today would really help you grow on your Twitter. And we'd love to see the results in the next 15 days itself. So, just a quick introduction for Yash. I think we forgot that part. But yeah, Yash is a social media manager with Pepper Content. And We have Pepper content, not to brag, but yeah, this is completely Yash's ability. And we have around a lakh followers total around all our social media. Yash has Yash runs LinkedIn for Pepper content, which has over 90,000 followers, Instagram for over 20,000 followers, and combining both Peppertype and Pepper content's account, we have over 3,000, 4,000 followers on Twitter as well. So Yash is excellent at what he do, and I'm actually personally also looking very forward to learn from this session. So yeah, this is something that that's really really cool. If you have been on Twitter for a while, you might have been able to see this, but if still missed this or you're just starting out on Twitter, this is a really cool tool that you can use, and it's a real time changing tool. So let's say if you see in the example right now, that's a banner that says these are my last 3 followers, and this keeps updating. So whenever somebody follows you, their picture will go up there. So it's a really fun gamified version of cover photo. You can see the profile picture as well. It has a
slow down or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. They'll read it.
just a second.
Will there be a transcript available?
Matthew, I think your mic is on. Yeah, sorry. So if you see the even the profile picture, right? So it has a progress bar that shows how many followers you're ready to reach. So you can basically set a target for yourself that I want to reach 1,000 followers by this time, and this progress bar keeps on going forward with every follower. So you should definitely check it out. And I think Yash, your screen has been stopped. I can't see it.
Yeah.
So you can see this at BlackMagic.so.
Yeah.
Just towards the homepage. Yeah.
I already logged in from my Twitter on BlackMagic. So you get all these options here. You can change colors. You can also show a progress bar, like to your next 1,000 followers. So that is pretty cool. I feel it will, and the best thing about it is that gets updated in real time. So as soon as you get some 10 more followers, it will increase to 55 here. And let me just type that value in. And you can see it updating from 4% to 6%. So that's really cool. That's a profile picture GIF that's here.
It's
and
a when you guys, you can upgrade for more features, but the basic app is completely free, and I've been using it personally for the last 3 months as well. So yeah, definitely check it out. And yeah, let's move forward.
So getting started with your first tweet, I would say you have to first plan things in a way. You have to decide who your target audience is, and you have to see.
आपकी बिल्डिंग अभी आप शिफ्ट हुए ना उधर गणेश आचार्य.
Pranav, can you mute everyone and then we can unmute them?
Yeah, I'll do that.
At the end of the session for the Q&A part.
You can keep on going. I'll just do that.
So yeah, you have to decide on a niche. So in this session, we'll be taking copywriting as one of the niche, and our target audience will be copywriters and marketers. So I'm Yash Babu. If I'm a copywriter, what will my Twitter look like? That's how we're gonna explore in this session. And so my niche is related to copywriting, and my audience is marketers. So obviously my content has to reflect that. And once you're on Twitter and you're exploring it, it's best to explore all the options. We have a lot of options on Twitter, like starting from the text-based tweets to images, videos, GIFs, polls, and now Twitter is innovating literally every day. We have live sessions and spaces as well now. If you don't know what Spaces is the audio platform on Twitter where it's similar to Clubhouse, and you can start your own space and invite your friends to join in as well. And you can chat, you can audio chat with your followers. That's what Spaces is. So once you're getting started, it's best to explore all the new options so that you know what's working best for you. And obviously you learn from others on Twitter. It's always good to follow the right people in your niche as well as people outside your niche. You get to learn from everyone on Twitter, and you can observe what they post, what's working for them, and that's how you can learn and move ahead. Then we have after you build your profile and you figure out what set of tweets you want to do, it's always great to create a content strategy around it so that you don't feel all scatterbrain when you're actually creating content. So we have to decide the frequency. How frequently are you going to tweet? Is it going to be once a day, twice a day? When you're starting out, it's always best to hit higher frequency levels to get the word out there, to get your content out there, to maximize on reach. So you can maybe decide on 3 tweets a day and plan it accordingly. And always good to plan it ahead. Plan what you're gonna post 1 week later from now. So that's how you can plan it. And obviously, not everyone's full-time career is Twitter. My full-time career is social media and Twitter. So my focus is always over there, but not everyone does that. So it's always to plan in advance so that you get time to do other things as well in your life. And for everything in life and in social media, consistency is the key. If you start today, continue for 1 week, but then you drop for whatever reason, your reach is also going to drop and you're not going to be able to compound your followers. So to maximize reach and your followers growth, it's always best to be consistent and be frequent. You'll also meet other people. A lot of people in my life, I first met them on Twitter. So that's pretty crazy and cool at the same time. And the people you follow in your niche, it's good to engage with them. By engage, I mean like their tweets, retweet, quote retweet, or just reply with a good GIF or something that you can provide value additionally. And on Twitter, trends are your best friends. Everything is some or the other day, something new, some new trend comes up. Like I'm sure all of you familiar with the Facebook outage that happened a couple of days ago, and everyone took to Twitter. So that time, Twitter was the king in the social media space, and the top trends that time were Facebook down, hashtag server down. So I noticed people who were not even active on Twitter at all created their account and got started with creating content over there. That's how Twitter got famous 2 days ago. After content strategy comes content calendar. So we at Pepper use Notion to create our calendar, Twitter calendar. And Notion is a pretty cool tool. You should check it out later. It will help you plan content properly according to the days that you decide you want to tweet. And you can also market, highlight things. You can add separate tags to dissect your content. And here I've just given an example of how you can divide your content in the calendar. One-liner tweets, 3 per day, engaging questions, 1 every alternate day. We'll get into what these things actually mean. What does an engaging question mean later in the session? But that's how I have created an example. And this can vary from people to people. A lot of people just do threads as well. A lot of people just do one-liner tweets. So this does an example. And Twitter is a platform for brevity. Only tweets that are short in size and work the most, because it all comes down to the attention span of people. So if they're not interested in your tweet, if it's too long, they'll not engage with it. They'll just scroll down. And let's just get into it right now. We'll create some cool content via Peppertype. We'll start with one-liner tweets, followed by engaging questions. Let me just open Peppertype.
we can just quickly set the context here again. So guys, I think for all of us here, I think a great lesson for general social media or putting out any content in the public can be only one thing, that we should be really sure about what niche are you in and what is the audience that you want to target, right? So me and Yash, we both work at Pepper Content, and we really want to target specifically copywriters and we want to write content on copywriting, on digital marketing, and all of that stuff, right? So for this session also, we'll be taking copywriting as a reference. You can definitely use this same tactics, use the same tricks for your particular industry and your particular audience. But it's very, very important and very crucial to know it first yourself and keep iterating it when you're creating the content. So just to get started, we are creating some interesting content around copywriting for copywriters and digital marketers.
And if you're new to Peppertype, this is how the Peppertype interface looks like when you log in. There are a bunch of options. There are a lot of options for you to create content. Today, we're going to focus on Twitter. So let's look into tools that will help you create content on Twitter. The first process of creating your tweet would be to generate the idea that you want to share. And that's why we have our very own tweet ideas generator on Peppertype that will help you generate some excellent ideas. I'll write my name here. You can do it. You can write your name or brand name and a short description. Like it's very simple. It's a very simple description that I'm writing here. Give me some ideas.
So let's make it more generic. So guys, what I think all of us need to be make sure when you're writing a description inside Peppertype is that Peppertype needs to understand what you exactly do. And there's an email most of you would have also received from us that you should always think of reminding, you should always think of Peppertype as a 5-year-old child and try to explain that kid what you do and how do you do it. So for Yash, I think he talks about copywriting and his audience is basically copywriters and marketers. I think that is what we should input in here. That I tweet about or I write content around community, around copywriting and marketing.
Awesome.
As simple as that. A lot of people try a lot of different stuff, and I will tell them let's keep it short and let's keep it very effective.
So we've got 9 ideas here already, just in a matter of seconds.
So this is still mixed result between copywriting and marketing. If we had to go deeper, let's say, Arias, just let's edit the details and let's make it very, very specific to copywriting only, right? I tweet about copywriting. That's it. That's all you need to write here. Or I write content around, I tweet about copywriting. That is all okay. You can even enter some keywords that you want to write on and it will take on that keywords as well.
So we've got some great ideas here. I really like this one. Talk about the best copywriting advice you've received. Tell people why good writing matters. Mention the benefits of writing. Tweet about why effective copywriting is the key thing to have.
I think this is again a really good tweet that asks people to tweet about 5 things they love and 5 things they hate about copywriting. So yeah, all of us, I think I've been writing content for 2 years now, and there's definitely parts of job that I really love, but really some part of the jobs that I just have to do. So yeah, definitely something that I would personally like to engage in. So let's create more outputs. Yash, let's see some of more output as well. I think the first topic is also really great one, right?
Yeah, tweet about how
the way writing is done. So I think some top level thoughts, definitely something that you can research on, but it gives me a great idea on that before social media, all of the writing used to be very professional as per se, right? After social media, there's a slang language that has come in, and the whole culture of writing has changed. So something that can be discussed definitely.
This was also good. Showcase a tool or technique that helps you write better. Talking about tool, I think it's a good time to introduce to you Typefully that we're gonna use today to draft my tweets. So Typefully is a scheduler which helps you schedule tweets as well as threads, Twitter threads on Twitter, and it's free to use. You all can explore this later. Although Twitter has its own scheduler, you can schedule tweets directly, but it doesn't allow you to schedule threads. That's where Typefully comes in. Typefully also allows you to schedule threads, and that's pretty cool. We're gonna we saved 5 good tweets here, and
I think before the session also, me and Yash were just trying to test out the product and test out everything's okay. So we really fell upon some really cool ideas. So Yash, let's go into the saved copies and see all the ideas that we had saved for your Twitter. Can we go to the saved copies? Yes.
yeah.
Just search Yash, Control F, yeah, saved under Yash Sabu. Yeah, so let's go to the tweet ideas and let us know how do you find these ideas. So this first topic, this is my personal favorite. Tweet about how good marketing requires understanding of the human mind, right? So it's a whole conversation, it's a whole thread, it's a whole blog that you can write on this particular topic. That how psychology is a really important aspect of copywriting, of marketing, or any job or profession of selling something. So a lot of great ideas here, and definitely would love to hear some from you guys as well in the chat.
All right. So we have a bunch of good ideas to get us started with. Pranav, what do you think? Which idea should we take up ahead and create tweets for?
Okay,
Which
I think
idea
let's go up.
does the chat like?
Yep, definitely, guys. Vote for the one you like. We're just gonna move up a little. I think I like the one with the best copywriting advice.
Okay. So we have the idea, and now we want to create the actual tweet. So we're gonna go on home, and we are gonna. So first we have to look at it as to what we want to actually create. Do we want to write a one-liner tweet, or do we want to write a full-fledged thread? First, we'll go ahead and create simple one-liner tweets. For that, we're gonna use this engaging social posts feature in Peppertype that will help us generate one-liners.
Yeah, so this is the content type that a lot of people have not discovered yet. But some of those who use this content type regularly have been giving me great feedback on this tool. So would definitely advise you to go check it out. And yeah.
I've written my description here again, and there are also some advanced options where you can insert keywords that you are particularly looking for in the post that you create. Right now, we are okay about anything related to copywriting, so we're gonna go ahead and click on create content.
I think
the best way to get better at copywriting is to write. That's a great one.
I'll personally love the second one. Can you just move back to it? How much time do you spend on marketing all the time?
All the time.
I love this.
Literally every marketing person ever.
So marketing is a job that you can never turn off or on. It's always there in your head and you're constantly observing everything from that marketer's lens. So definitely love it.
Copywriting is the art of making the boring compelling.
I'm sold on this. I'm personally sold on this one. So I think within 10 generations, we understand that all of them might not be right out of box usable. You might have to build on top of that a little bit. But yeah, definitely I see at least 4 or 5 of them getting right out of box used for it. So if you're looking for someone who can write copy that converts, engage me. I think that's a great way to, put your message out.
Copywriting is the art of telling a story in a way that makes people pay attention. So this
I
is
think
something
this
like.
one I'm not really want to talk about, but yeah, content marketing is like a long-term relationship, not a one-night stand.
So Peppertype tends to get witty at most times.
So I think just to answer Les' question, Yash, Les has asked us a question in the chat. So what happened to what you copied from the tweet ideas? I thought you were going to plug it in this section rather than start afresh. So Les, I think we're just looking for some ideas that we can build our foundation on. We can go on, you have to first be in the phase of ideating content. Then you can decide to write, if you want to write one-liner tweets, if you want to write a full-blown thread, if you want to conduct a poll on it. So just still ideating on what plot points can we write on. Till now, we have discovered that we can talk about psychology. We can talk about how content marketing is a long relationship game. So just figuring out some of these interesting topic clusters, and then we'll go about posting a one-liner tweet or a thread on it.
So yeah, we're gonna use that tweet idea later here, just after this. I'm also showing that how you can create ideas and generic tweets from this feature as well. And let's go back and use that tweet idea to generate a tweet out of there. So we selected advice for copywriters, and this is where our Quora answers feature gonna help us create the tweet.
Yes, before we move on to the Quora answers, can we just post out one tweet from your account from Typefully? At least one-liner tweet that we discovered, the importance of psychology.
Sure.
I think Jodhbir has also put on a great full-blown tweet. At the end of the day, I believe almost everything comes down to having at least a basic understanding of psychology. But yeah, we can choose any of these, right? Oh, I love the quote from David Ogilvy. I think you have a great product now, write a great sales letter.
So we can copy it directly from here and go on Typefully and paste it here. You can either keep this tweet going, or you can also create a new draft here. If you feel you have a lot of ideas flowing in, you can create extra drafts so that you have the whole repository of your tweets over here. So I like this code. I would like to tweet it out directly, and I can review and publish tweet from here. Yeah, tweet now.
So this, everybody, this also gives us some idea, okay, that David Ogilvy's quote are something that are really good that I like personally right now. So I can go on to Google and search more of David Ogilvy's quote and, tweet them, all of them I like. So this is more of an ideation kind of things. When you're just starting out, you should use Peppertype extensively to just ideate content, get all those topic clusters and go on writing them. So I think that's a great example. I've gotten a quote that I can tweet about, but I get also personality, David Ogilvy, that I can research more on and maybe find another quote that's interesting.
Awesome. So going back to, we have a lot of ideas. We've got quotes, we've got some good questions, and we're gonna try generating a tweet directly from an idea here. So in 10 minutes ago, we decided that we want, what are some good, what is a good advice for a copywriter? Again, we have advanced options here as well. So if you have something to include, suppose you have something already in mind that you would like to have in this tweet, you can insert it over here, and you can also decide the tone of voice. Since I'm a social media manager and I also create memes, so I would like it to be friendly. Nothing too serious or professional. So the good thing about Quora answers feature is that it literally gives you a complete answer that you can actually post on Quora, but here we are using it to generate a tweet. Pranav, this is again right here what you were talking about. In order to be a successful copywriter, you must have a good understanding of psychology and human behavior. If a copy fails, chances are that it's because you didn't understand your audience. This is, I think, the number one advice for all copywriters out there. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this and I'm gonna create a new draft here.
So I think Stephen also has asked a great question. I'll just quickly clarify on that. So Stephen has asked, what is the purpose of tweeting from Typefully as compared to directly from Twitter? And would just like to acknowledge this to everyone that Typefully is a really great tool for following for a lot of reasons. It's much more manageable. You can manage many different drafts, many content pieces altogether, and you're not restricted by the 230 character limit, right? In Twitter, when you go on to write, you can only write 280. Then it starts showing you a red color. It's not letting you tweet about that. So what Typefully does is you can just keep it's a blank canvas. You can just start typing your content in here, and it will automatically divide it into various tweets, making it a thread. It's much more easier that way, and it's a full canvas, and that is what I personally love about this software. So definitely check it out.
Let's look at some more advice for copywriters here.
I think first one, I also love this. Every good advertising copy.
Yeah.
So people get so witty, people get so creative with ideas that they forget about the real purpose of your copywriting. It should be very, very compelling as well. No matter how much it's creative, no matter how much it's witty or everything, if it's not compelling the user, if it's not containing a call to action, it's practically useless. So please make sure that you have a clear CTA in your mind, and you make sure you have that in your content as well.
So I went on Typefully and I have copied another advice here. This way it has automatically converted into a thread.
And yes, I think we missed the part where we add a hook to the top of the thread, right? And that is quite an important part there.
Yeah, we're gonna get started with threads right now. So we covered how you can generate ideas for your tweets and how you can generate one-liners, and then you can convert those one-liners into something which is detailed in case you have more things to share. And that's why, the thread feature on Twitter is also something really cool.
I think we should also try some engaging questions just to see the crisp of more topics, and what we can create a thread on.
Sure.
So guys, have you ever used the engaging questions content type? If you have, just let us know in the chat. Personally, that's one of my favorite content types out there, and would really love if you can just give it a try after this session. So we'll just do a quick demo here as well. So engaging questions is a content type that lets you generate really, really engaging and intuitive questions about a particular topic, right? So you can just enter the topic name, let's say copywriting. We can remove all of this and we just add copywriting, or you can add multiple topics, copywriting, ad marketing, etc., etc. This is gonna make sure that copywriting, marketing, that's well. Advanced option, we can just set in the tone of voice I want. So we're gonna keep it quite friendly and funny in that manner. Friendly and witty is nice, I think. Audience, we have a clear demarketed audience of copywriters and marketers. And yeah, that's it. Yep. So I think I love the first result only. All the four questions are quite amazing. What's the most creative and well thought out marketing campaign that you had to work on? So this also allows people to, give a shout out to their own work and provide it to a large audience. And this also helps you engage with your audience on a greater level. Love this. What are some of the nastiest or the funniest pieces of feedback you've received from a client? So yeah, let's laugh all over it together. And definitely, ever been surprised by a genius copywriter that did not follow English grammar rules? So I think this is something that's popular in the copywriting community as well. A lot of folks intentionally don't use the right grammar, and it's funny that way. How did you come up with new snarky headlines and copies for the things you have write about? And here are the resources, right? I think definitely great questions. We can pick any of these and write a thread on, ask them directly.
Maybe for the thread that we want to create, we can pick. We can also go with something generic, like what do you like to do on the weekends?
I think I still love that topic that what are some of the good things and the bad things about your copywriting job, right? That relates to a lot of people and it's a good read anyone would love to have. So we can also work on that.
Okay. So we're gonna work on 5 best things and 5 worst things of being a copywriter. That's a topic, and we're gonna create a thread on that. So I think we should start with the Quora answers directly. Pranav?
Yep, let's go there. Let's try to ask some of the good things about copywriting first. We can use multiple tool for getting this content, guys. We'll just start with this first. So question we can add in, what are 3 things, what are 3 really good things about copywriting? The best. Yeah. Let's put a number here so we don't go much off track. So what are 3 best things about copywriters? Yeah, let's do. Okay.
They're the master of
Let's
words.
read more. They masters your customer psychology. They master your customers' emotions. So copywriters are master storytellers. They master your customers' imagination. They master your customers' attention. They master your customer senses. Definitely great.
Gonna try and create more outputs as well, just to have it all out here and see what we can pick the best from here. A good copywriter should have great communication skills. I think this is good. So we've got some great content here. Let's draft our tweet on Typefully. I'm gonna 3 best things about being a copywriter. Right.
Hey everyone, I think there's some issue with Yash's internet. Just a second. Hey Yash, are you back?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
And
Got
can
it.
you see the screen?
Yeah, I lost you there for a minute, but seems all right now.
Yeah, so I was saying I love using emojis in my tweets a lot. Kind of makes them friendly and gives a good approach. Also looks pretty. So 3 best things about being a copywriter, a thread. Let's start our thread from here. Gonna add a tweet here. So we saw good copywriter should have a great communication skill.
I think I really like the first one as well. It has lost a lot of master in it, but yeah.
So a good copywriter should have a great communication skill, because a good copywriter should be able to write a copy that is attractive and easily understandable. That's our point number one. You can edit it the way you like it. I'm gonna simply copy and paste it from Peppertype right now. Second, a good copywriter should have a good sense of humor. Oh, very important. Because a good copy has to be funny, friendly, not boring and boring.
Not boring and boring. Okay.
Not boring. All right. Let's go and look at the third. A good copywriter should be creative. Copy needs to be unique and different, and that shows creativity.
So everyone, I think it's more of if you have some ideas, like we got an idea that copywriter should be creative, but let's say I'm not really, fascinated by this particular reason or this particular writing, and I want a written wronger output for this. So we'll just copy this. A copywriter should be creative. Yes, let's just copy that particular part. That a good copywriter should be creative. That's it, right? Copy it, and we'll take it to the content expander tool, which is the favorite for a lot of people. So yeah, let's take it to the content expander, and let's just dump this into here, right? We'll just add it here that a good copywriter should be creative, and we'll let the content expander tool take it away. Yeah, I think actually longer than I expected, but yeah, while having a creative mind is valuable to being a copywriter, being able to communicate effectively is just as important. I think this is a line that I like for the first pointer as well, right?
We can replace it with that.
Yeah, I think really nicely written. The best copywriters are the one who can effectively combine their creative mind with exceptional communication skills. Copywriters need to be able to look at a product, create a message around it, that it resonates with the target audience. They need to be able to do it in a way entertaining and I think I love the first output, man. I really love it. I think definitely a separate tweet altogether. But yeah. Yeah, I think I love the
You have
third
the
one as well.
ability to be detail oriented. I think this can be
Yeah, this can be actually a good one as well.
good
And
third
we can
one.
expand from just 3 things to maybe 5 or 6 things. And I also like the next result for being a, creative thinker. That as a copywriter, you always want to think outside the box.
Yeah. Even this is a good third point. You
So I
can't
think
just turn out the same old copy over and over again.
I like the whole content till real voice. Yeah, yeah, keep going. Yep, I like it till here. We can write the point about being a detail-oriented person as well in this.
Sure, we can make it 4 things about being a copywriter.
Yep. Yep. I think these are just 4 points, everyone, that we've written. And the thread is being written in around 10 minutes, I think, from the ideation. And there's so many ideas that we can develop on right now. And I am definitely going to post out a tweet and a thread actually on copywriting. So definitely something very useful that I'm able to generate a full-blown Twitter thread using just Peppertype in 10 minutes from ideation to the final content. And let's just push it away. Let's just tweet it from your account.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, this
It
is,
also lets you know that you're about to publish a thread with 5 tweets. So we used 5 tweets to create this whole thread.
yeah, it's published and it's out there. Yep.
Where it is. All the 4 points. So just for a quick review, we use the tweet ideas generator to generate ideas. And we also use the engaging social posts feature to generate ideas as well as create one-liners out of them. We use the engaging questions feature to generate engaging questions and questions that will also help us create a thread. And once we have had our question as well as or the idea, we use the Quora answers feature to generate a whole thread and the content expander feature to rework some of the copy. So bunch of 5-6 tools in Peppertype itself, and that's your whole Twitter content calendar created.
So just let's circle back to the slide, Yash, and give a quick overview on the everything that we've talked about. So everyone, I think you've seen the one-liner tweets, how we create the ideas for it, how we create the actual one-liner tweets. You can use the Twitter ideas, you can use this engaging social posts, or you can even use the content expander if you like. Second is engaging questions. That's right away your content type on Peppertype today. So you enter the topic and it gives you really engaging questions for that particular topic. Third is thought-provoking polls, and I think that is something that we have not discussed intentionally. So please type in chat if you would want a poll generation content type on Peppertype, and we'll make sure that we get it live before the weekend ends. So just let us know in the comments a content type that will give you a question along with it 4 options that you can just directly ask your audience on LinkedIn, on Facebook, or on Twitter. So yeah, let's go ahead from this slide. Yash.
We already covered KKS.
Yeah, I think let's just reiterating on everything that we said. Writing kick-ass threads is all about first spending a lot of time and majority of your time picking a relatable idea, ideating what you want to create. Really, it can be a personal experience, it can be your opinion or some news about some trending stuff out there. It can be anything generic on your niche that adds value to your audience. So you can add, you can discuss on all of these topics. I've attached one tweet here by Ankur Variko. He's the co-founder of Nearby, and he's a very famous content creator out there in India. So he, his Twitter threads, as you can see, gets a lot of traction every single time, and he writes a thread every single week. So his only rule is that likes to write about life, so his personal experiences with life, and such threads always do really good on Twitter. The best thing is you can also ideate this using Peppertype, and you can write this whole threads using Peppertype. You should always start with a hook that just captures your user's attention. That 15 things I wish I was told when I was in my 20s. I think everybody in their 20s would love to read this thread, right? I'm right now in my 20s, and when I see these kind of tweets, I really like. Okay, I learn from their mistakes. So definitely something that captures the user's attention, and you should be ultimately creating value with your writing. I think this is a personal belief for me very strongly that if you're not putting out content that is not adding any value to anybody, you're not gonna win on the long term. You need to build out a community that helps everyone. Right? You don't need to push out content that helps your community and that upskills them. So even if you're putting something out there for about copywriting today, it's going to help people learn the skills they need to learn to become a really good copywriter. So yeah, these are some 3 rules that you can keep in mind when you're writing a kick-ass Twitter thread. And guys, do tag us in the next thread that you write. I'm very confident that going from ideation to finally publishing in 15 minutes, you must have gotten some motivation to write a thread today. So if you do, please tag us at the rate Peppertype_AI. That's our Twitter handle. And definitely. So let's move to the next slide.
So you've created a whole content strategy and you're starting to execute them. The next part is the analytics. The analytics here will help you know what is working and what is not working, and accordingly you can change your strategy. And for this, I've taken Pepper Content's Twitter's analytics page screenshot. I'll also show you the same live over here. A lot of people start creating content because they love creating content, but they overlook analytics, which is bad. If you want to grow on, if you're serious about Twitter and you want to skyrocket your game, you have to have a look at analytics at least once or twice in a week to know where you stand, and also to set goals where you want to reach and what's your progress so far. Here's a 28-day summary of Pepper Content. To be honest, we've not been much active over here. We're much more active on Twitter, but we've reduced our frequency because we're focusing on other platforms, and there's a summit coming up. But yeah, you're gonna see more activity in this coming week, definitely. In the 28-day summary, it shows the tweets, the impressions, the profile visits, the mentions that we've received, and the followers. We've grown 251 followers in 28 days.
So I think this is a great dashboard, right, Yash? I think all the other platforms, you can almost see your numbers going up and down, but Twitter allows you to also know your top tweet, your top mention. So you can always learn that what tweet of mine has done well, and always keep reiterating, learning from the structure, learning from the type of content that you put out, and keep following that until you reach there.
You can see the previous month's analytics as well, September 2021. You can get a summary over here, how many tweets that you posted, the impressions, mentions, profile visits, and new followers. You can explore it the way you want it.
Yep, I think analytics is something that we have recently we started being very aware of, and it's one of the things that a lot of creative professionals personally don't really want to look at analytics, or they're not really active across dashboards, across analytics. But I think this is one retrospective thing that you can tell yourself: this is where I stand today, this is where I need to be tomorrow, and just get that done, guys. So keep always looking at the numbers, always retrospect, and see where you're doing good and where you're not really doing great.
All right. So I think we are coming towards the end of our session, and we are so glad you could take out time to join us on a Saturday. People who are from India, it's 11 p.m. here in India right now. So 11 p.m. on a Saturday, and you're giving us your time. We are very thankful for that. So we also have a small surprise for you, a gesture that we would like to share. If you go to Peppertype right now and use code Typer20, you'll get 20% off on all annual plans. And this code is valid for the next 48 hours, just for the weekend. And as a gesture for you, only for the audience that is here, you can use code Typer20 and get 20% off. So yeah, that's the small surprise that we had in store.
So make sure everyone who's not already on a paid plan, who's not on a AppSumo plan or a lifetime plan, make sure you check this out. This is going to be valid for only 24 hours from now. All of them who have joined us for the first time, Peppertype does have a free trial. You can check it out. You can use it for the first 10,000 words. It's completely free. But if you wish to go ahead with the paid plan, definitely do check out Typer20, and yeah, it can get you a great discount.
So yeah, definitely this we want to end it on this note that content creation is all about experimentation. What works for you might not work for your friend or someone else. There are so many industries, so many different niches, and so many, like, you are your own self, you are unique, and like you, the others are also unique and creative in their own way. So don't stress about content creation. You should just focus on creativity and just be unique and be honest, true to yourself, and you're gonna make it out there. You're gonna have thousands of followers just by following these 2-3 simple rules. That's being honest, being true to yourself, being consistent, and treating it not as a job, but something that you love doing it. And obviously, there's no formula to going viral or anything. If someone suggests you that they have the right formula and they've had figured it all out, no, they haven't. Everyone here is just waking up every day and trying.
Yeah, but I think that's some of the great words from Yash. Being a social media manager, I'll completely take your word for it. So yeah, I think that's it, guys, for today. We're really again very very sorry for the trouble that you had to go through in the early start of the session. We're going to make sure that we get to it, and next time that doesn't happen. Complete last note: we are going to send this recording to everyone, and you'll be able to see this on YouTube, on any of the platform that you use. So you'll be able to recap it and just look at the slides again if you want to. We're going to keep doing these sessions every single week, and we're going to do a session on next week. So do tell us on what platform or what type of content do you want to create with Peppertype, and we'll do it live in front of you here. So you'll receive a feedback mail right after this session. So please make sure to fill in some good words if you had fun, and if you learned something here, and make sure to tell us what you want in the next session, and we might just take it up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Yeah, surely we'll include LinkedIn as well. Thank you.